Okay, we're in the E46 and we're going to try and listen for the thump sound. It typically is going to happen in first and second, sometimes third gear, usually not so much in fourth and fifth, only because you're not drawing so much torque there. You're up to speed and it's not just not going to happen. But first gear, it's torquing that differential box so much it's making the noise. So this is kind of what that thump people are talking about sounds like. Wiggle, wiggle. And now, so when I go into fourth, yep, still can hear it. It's pretty bad. So let's get under the car and see what we can figure out what that is. There's really two things that it could be. One is the differential bushings, and one is the actual subframe bushings. So we're going to look at both of those and see if we can determine where our problem is. Before you lift the rear of a car, it's very wise to chalk one of the front wheels. I chalk it front and back. I don't want the car moving forward or backwards. By lifting the both rear wheels, which is what we're going to do, I'm basically disabling the emergency brake, because the emergency brake only works against the back end of the car. I'm about to lift that off the ground. And the final part about getting the car in the air is getting the jack stands in place on both left and right side and removing the jack. So let's see if we can capture any movement or issues underneath the car. This is a shot from right behind the passenger rear wheel, pointing toward the center of the car. That's the differential right here. And the driver's side tire is over here. You'll see it spin. The front of the car is to the right. The rear of the car is to the left. You can see this is the right axle coming to the passenger side and the rear. And I'm gonna start the engine, and I'm gonna apply partial emergency brake just to put a load on the tires to slow it down, to act like it's actually pushing the weight of the car. And let's just see what happens with that differential. Okay, so after reviewing the video, wow, a lot of movement. Got some issues there and a lot of research on the internet. What I found is people having this thumping problem, it's one of two things. Majority of people, the issue is this rear bushing. Right here, this bolt goes through a bushing. And this bushing is a shock absorber type mount where the differential mounts to the actual subframe, which is this rounded piece here. They've got a rubber bushing in there. What happens is that rubber bushing fails. When that rubber bushing fails, then this joint it's got a lot of play in it, and it's that play that's sort of allowing it to rock back and forth. That's creating the popping. And so that's about seems to be 80% people replacing this bushing. And when you replace this bushing, you also replace the other two bushings in the front of the differential. There's a front right and a front left bushing. When you replace, you got to take the differential out to do it. Might as well replace both of those. It's a pain in the tail. It's a pain in the tail to get this rear bushing out of this bushing bracket. So that's one thing. Interestingly, as I look further into my problem, that is not my problem. My bushing seems to be all intact. I can look at it better from the other side. I'll take a picture of that and include it where you can see that. That seems not to be the problem. If you watch the video again, it's not the differential moving inside of this bracket. It's the differential and this whole bracket moving up and down. My subframe is on this far side. There's a connector over here, and we'll get a better picture of that here in a second. There's actually some cracks in the unibody, and that after some further research, that is a common problem as well. So I've ordered some parts, and we're going to fix that. So ultimately, I'm going to take out the differential, take off the axles, take off the upper lower control arms, the sway bar, and get my subframe lowered out of this car so I can do some reinforcement on the chassis itself. This is a very common problem with E46s, and actually it was a problem back in the E36s that they thought they addressed, but in the 1999 and 2000 models, which this is a 2000 model, they actually still have those stress cracks and have that issue. So we're gonna do there's a kit I can buy for $150, and we're gonna install that kit, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out ourselves. If you've enjoyed or learned from the contents of this video, please click the like button. It's the simplest way to provide me some feedback to let me know that it was helpful. On the left, there's a link to a playlist that will contain all the videos for this vehicle, as well as a link to subscribe to my channel with all my other goodie videos. And remember, with a little bit of insight, you can do it too.